Hello everybody and welcome to the Showcase, where we take a look at articles on Wookieepedia, the Star Wars wiki. Today on the Showcase we take a look at Jubilee, so let's get started. Quote, Leia, haul Chidaki out of there. I've got orders to jettison the shuttle. Jubilee to Princess Leia Organa. Jubilee was a human Rebel Alliance officer who served along Captain Chidaki and First Officer Roke aboard their blockade runner during the Galactic Civil War. When Rebel Princess Leia Organa led an investigation into the Shiva system in 3ABY, she and Chidaki were pairing a shuttlecraft that was attached to the blockade runner when the shuttle was hit by mines. Since the resulting fire threatened to give way the Rebels' position to Imperial warcraft, Jubilee was tasked by Roke to fetch Chidaki and the princess from the damaged craft and then jettison it away from the mothership. When Jubilee realized that the jettison mechanism was dysfunctional, the Rebel panicked. Despite the officer's frantic cries, Princess Organa instinctively shut herself in the shuttle and used his backup trigger to detach it from the mothership, saving the lives of her crew. Biography. Quote, Jubilee, get forward to the shuttle bay. Give Chidaki and the princess a hand, and flash me a status report. On the double. First Officer Roke gives orders. An officer of the Rebel Alliance during the Galactic Civil War against the Galactic Empire, Jubilee served aboard a blockade runner under the command of Captain Chidaki. In 3ABY, shortly after the Battle of Hoth, Jubilee crewed the vessel when it traveled to the remote Shiva system to investigate an irregularly high level of Imperial activity in the region. Their ship carried Rebel leader Princess Leia Organa, who headed the investigation, and when she and Chidaki attempted to scan the inhabited world of Shiva 4 using a shuttle that was attached to the blockade runner, the latter flew into a minefield of antimatter bombs. Much of the damage struck the shuttle craft, igniting its fuel tanks, and both it and its mothership were quickly filled with smoke. Aboard the blockade runner, Jubilee was promptly ordered by First Officer Roke to go to the shuttle bay and help Organa and Chidaki escape the shuttle, as well as to speedily give the officer a status report. The rest of the crew was then ordered to don pressure suits and to handle the fire aboard the mothership as it risked revealing their position to potential Imperial warcraft in the vicinity. By the time Jubilee reached the shuttle, they had received Roke's order to jettison it safely from the blockade runner's main hold, where the subordinate relayed the order to Organa in person. Glancing at Jubilee in response, Organa informed the officer that Chidaki was dead and said that she was on her way out of the shuttle. However, Jubilee was then notified by Roke via comlink that the firing circuits responsible for disconnecting the craft had been rendered inoperative. Becoming distraught, the junior crew member speculated that the explosion earlier had short-circuited the device. Organa ignored Jubilee's frantic cries and instinctively shut herself in the shuttle, using the backup trigger within her craft to jettison it from the blockade runner. The princess's decision to save the lives of her companions sent her falling towards Shiva 4 with her shuttlecraft ablaze, but she eventually returned to the Rebel Alliance safely. Personality and traits. Quote, Hurry. Wait. Say again, Roke? By the stars, no. Jubilee panics in response to news of the jettisoning mechanism's failure. Jubilee was a human with wavy brown hair. The Rebel exclaimed in shock when Roke pointed out via comlink that the jettisoning mechanism for the shuttlecraft was inoperable. The crew member further cried in distress when Princess Organa locked herself in the shuttlecraft and jettisoned it from the blockade runner. Equipment. Quote, Roke says the firing circuits are inoperative. The explosion must have fused them. Listening to Roke via comlink, Jubilee relays information to Princess Organa. The Rebel officer wore red gloves, a shirt with a red collar, and a headset comlink, which was used to remotely communicate with Roke. Behind the scenes. Jubilee was created for the 53rd issue of Marvel Star Wars series of comics, which was written by Chris Claremont, illustrated by Carmine Infantino and Walter Simonson, and published on August 18, 1981. Thanks everyone for watching, and we hope you've enjoyed this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and until next time, this is Wookieepedia signing off, and may the Force be with you.